Trump then held a rally. Now, you might be saying, why is Trump holding a rally? He's not running for anything. What is the point of this? The point is to convince people that everything is awesome. Trump going to Clive, Iowa, and you hear dead silence as Trump lies about prices coming down. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. And the people in the crowd who have been handed signs, some of them that say lower prices, they know prices are not down.
And they come up with this word affordability. And I saw it even, although you're not hearing it so much anymore. You know why? Because the prices are coming down so much. They don't want it to be an election based on lower prices. But we're bringing down the lower, I like that term better. It's the lower prices. We're bringing them down.
The crowd knows this isn't true. The crowd is in silence as Donald Trump lies to them, and they know that he is lying to them. Now, Trump's speech was interrupted by a heckler, and Trump wrote this off as these people are paid to do this, and these people are sick.
This country's covering half of all U.S. trade. You do know they're paid agitators, right? They're paid.
They're paid agitators.
They get paid. You know, do you ever see their signs? You know, we used to have protests and you'd have guys make you a sign in a basement. These are all paid agitators. That's all they are. They get paid to go and they don't even know what, when they interview them, why are you here? I don't know. They have no idea. They're paid.
And of course, there is no evidence that any of these are paid agitators. And by the way, who would pay them and for what? There are tens of millions of people disgusted with how Trump is running the country. They are angry enough to go out and protest Trump. Trump insists that he is working really hard, really hard to bring back law and order, which is confusing to all of us who see Trump's ICE and Border Patrol goons break the law rather than enforce it. And then Trump goes, you can finally say Christmas now, thanks to Donald Trump.
100%. We're also working tirelessly to bring back a thing called law and order. You know, there was a time.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a time that you weren't allowed to use the words law and order. I like that guy. You weren't allowed to use the term law and order. You weren't allowed to use the term Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody, right?
Right.
Remember that 2016? I ran on, we're going to bring back Christmas. We did. Now they're afraid to suggest it, but we brought that back. But law and order, we need law and order. And we have the lowest crime rate now in the history of our country.
You know, Trump seems to be more of a perpetrator of breaking the law than of enforcing the law. And it's hard to think of a president that represents anything further from law and order than Trump. Trump now says that he wants to give money to insurance companies. Very cool, populist idea. Fix healthcare by giving money to insurance companies. The crowd is not buying it, folks. The crowd is not buying it.
Done a lot. I've recently introduced my plan to repair the damage of the Unaffordable Care Act, the worst disaster, which now costs many families more than a mortgage. If you look, a number came out, it's a bigger cost than a mortgage, and it's bad health care. Obamacare was created to make insurance companies rich with government subsidies. I want all that money that gets paid to the insurance companies to get paid directly to the people. That's all I want. So that you can buy better health care at a lower cost. The problem is the Democrats don't want to do that because they are owned by the insurance companies. So they say, oh, we don't want to do that. I want the money to be paid to the people to go out and buy their own health care. You'll buy much better health care. You have a
Populist Trump says, let's start giving money directly to insurance companies. I'm sure that will bring down costs. I'm sure that will increase access and quality, right? No, I don't really think so. Trump then going after Biden for wanting to sleep, which is, of course, weird since Trump falls asleep in public all the damn time.
We had a country that was just dead. We had a country that was just not respected by anybody. We had a guy who didn't know where the hell he was. Do you think he worried about his farmer at night? No. He just wanted to go to sleep. This is what we had.
Trump doesn't care that he falls asleep in public all the time. Biden wanted to sleep. The winner of the FIFA Peace Prize in his full glory, Donald Trump threatening Iran during this rally speech. We're going to delve into the Iran thing a little bit more later.
About a month away from having a nuclear weapon. We had to do it. And by the way, there's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now. So we'll see. I hope they make a deal.
Hopefully we don't have to bomb them, but I'm sending an armada right now. Trump pulling out the "sir" with tears in my eyes, claiming that the people he's been speaking to during his visit to Iowa are just crying uncontrollably.
I just left a great group of people from Iowa, and half of them were crying as they talked to me. I don't think they were crying because I'm doing a bad job. You know, in theory, you'd cry if you do a bad. They were crying because I've done a good job. Sir, they said, "Sir, you've brought our country back." Crying. One woman was fantastic. She grabbed me and she put her head right there, and her tears are pouring over my beautiful suit. I figured I'd get it. And I checked it out, and there was a lot of makeup all over. I said, "What the hell am I going to do? I got to get myself in trouble." No, but she was crying, and I said, "Don't cry. Be happy."
Totally normal behavior, totally normal story. I'm sure it happened just the way Trump is describing. We've reported to you that Donald Trump's support among Hispanic voters, which did pop for him in 2024. I mean, congrats to Trump. He did secure more of the Hispanic vote in 2024 than Republicans have in a really long time, maybe ever. I don't know about the maybe ever, but for a long time. The problem is that almost half of that support from Hispanic voters has disappeared in Donald Trump's first year in office, but Donald Trump is still touting it.
We are starting to see the historic success reflected in tremendous polls. We have great polls. In last week's Rasmussen poll, we're leading among Hispanic voters. We're leading by a lot. Nobody's ever seen a Republican lead among Hispanic voters. You know, Hispanic voters don't want crime. People don't realize that. Hispanic voters want strong borders because they know what's coming in and they don't want them. They're great. They've been great. We did so great in the election with Hispanic.
We did so great with Hispanic voters. Trump later distracted by a woman's physical appearance in the audience.
And they don't want them.
Sorry, this is the wrong clip. Here's the right one.
Where is she? Oh, she's so beautiful. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. If I say a woman is beautiful, that's the end of your political career, you know? But she is beautiful. How are you? Congratulations.
There you go.
What a good story.
And then finally, Trump says he eliminated taxes on Social Security. The only problem is that is not in the bill.
Which is no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for our seniors. Do we have any seniors in here? Do we have any seniors in here?
The only problem is that Donald Trump's bill did not eliminate taxes on Social Security. Why is he doing this? Is this convincing anybody that he is doing a good job to show up and say, we fixed inflation, prices came down? People go, oh, I don't know about that. They stand silently. Everything is great. And here are some threats against other countries as the peace president. That doesn't seem to me like this is going to help him. But I think desperation about the 2026 midterms is really the reason Trump's doing this at all. Identity theft and targeted scams often start long before the breach, when bits of your personal life, addresses, emails, relatives, your work history, are scattered around the internet on these data broker sites, and that information is sold or reused. Our sponsor, Incogni, will get that stuff removed for you, not from just a single type of website. They will work to take down your personal information wherever it shows up online, shrinking the pool of info that bad actors rely on. Incogni automatically handles removals from hundreds of known sites, but their unlimited plan goes even further with custom removals, where if you find your info anywhere, paste the link to Incogni, and they will get to work removing that for you. This matters because a single overlooked listing can be enough for a scammer to impersonate you or even open accounts in your name. Incogni's data removal process is independently verified by Deloitte, which adds a layer of trust. You can get 60% off when you go to incogni.com/Pakman and use the code Pakman. The link is in the description.